How's it going, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a solid day. Check out this transformation right here. My guy came in with a lot of thick, coarse hair. So this one's going to be perfect for anyone wondering, how to go from long hair to short hair. And this is just one way out of many you can do it. I've been getting messages saying, bro, a lot of your clients already have short hair. Can you show them with more length? So here it is. You can see the before and you can see the after. So now let me break down exactly how I did it. I started off with the number 5 guard, lever closed, and went all the way around. And that's pretty much how I'm setting up my foundation for the overall length on top and on the sides. Real quick for all my beginners, here's a simple gem. When you're doing buzz cuts like these, always go back over the top with the same guard once you're done. That makes sure you don't leave any stray hairs behind. I didn't show it at the end, but it's something I always do now. I learned that the hard way. I used to only go over it once and my clients would come back and tell me, yo bro, like there's some long hairs here, you left it all uneven. And just, so you can keep your clients happy and coming back, always double check your work. These little details like these make a big difference. Now, using the number 3 guard with the lever closed, I'm gonna set the foundation for the sides and the back. I'm dropping it a bit in the back because I'm gonna want a bit of a drop fade here, and the fade will sit below his occipital bone. So I'm flicking out with the 3 right above it, and that's where I pretty much want that number 3 to end, and where I set the dark base so the bone doesn't get exposed. Now after that, I open the lever on the number 3 to start blending that area up into the number 5 length. I keep the blades slightly angled out to connect the sides to the top without digging into the roundness of the head. And as soon as the head starts to curve, again, I flick out so I don't cut into the top length too much. Now, for those of you who are new, you'll see me set my foundation with my baseline or the bald line using my trimmer. But just so you know, this is mainly for content purposes. Normally I do it with my clipper since it is easier to blend into. The trimmer just, looks more satisfying on camera. But also, welcome to the channel if you are new. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, if you enjoy and find this video helpful. And then I'm going to be grabbing my 1.5 guard with the lever closed, and I'm going to go up to where I want the top dark part of the fade to start. Again, the top dark part of the fade to start. Then I open the lever and do the same thing I did with the number 3, lightly flicking out to blend that 1.5 into the number 3 length that I established earlier. You'll start to notice a pattern with how I kind of fade. I use the same guards and just pretty much open or close the lever to connect different lengths together. The overall structure though that I follow when fading is simple. I set up the top dark area of the fade first, then I work on the bottom. Doing it this way gives me a safety net. I know how high I shouldn't go when I'm working the lower part. It keeps everything organized, consistent, and helps the fade flow clean every time. Now here I'm going to solidify the top dark area of my fade. This part is just basically all about detailing so I don't have to come back to it later. I'm looking at these dark spots here, or uneven areas. Since not every head is perfectly shaped, some people have indentations or dips. And these are the spots that I'm targeting with my thinning shears to even out the tone and match the rest of the fade. Again, the structure is simple. The lower part of the fade should stay light and the top part should stay dark. No dark spots at the bottom and no light spots at the top. That's how you build contrast. Training your eye to notice those small differences is key to getting that clean transition from light to dark. If you see darker patches surrounded by lighter ones, just lighten them up a bit with your thinning shears until everything blends smoothly. Now moving on to the lower part of the fade, I'm using the half guard with the lever closed, and I'm gonna go up basically halfway between my baseline and where I set that 1.5. And now following the same structure, I'm just gonna open the lever without switching guards and blend that line right into that area above, which would be that 1.5 area. Simple system, but before anything, I always start low risk. That means I cut less hair at first just in case the guard takes off too much. So I'm gonna angle my blade slightly outward when I am doing this, like here for example, and I'm just gonna glide over the line, to test it. If nothing cuts, I'm then gonna just tilt the blade in a bit more until it really just starts cutting. And I'm basically gonna do the same thing with no guard here. Again, start small, just flicking into this bald line, and eventually as I move up, I'm just opening the lever. Now, if you find that it's not cutting, depending on your clippers, if they're zero gapped or not, I add a bit of pressure, and if still nothing, that's when I close the lever slightly, to get it to blend. If you're a beginner barber, you've probably heard you can fade either up or down. It really just comes down to preference. But if I were starting out, I'd fade from top to bottom. The reason I like this method is because you're setting the dark area first, which becomes your safety net. As you work your way down, you already know how high not to go with the shorter guards. So it keeps things organized and low risk, since you always have a reference point to guide you and avoid cutting too high into your fade. After removing the ball line with my clipper on the zero closed, I just went back in with the trimmers to clean up any spots the clipper missed, and now I'm just pretty much balding everything underneath to finish the base of the fade. I'm just looking at the overall picture of the fade and shaving only what's necessary. Mostly the lower area, while being careful not to take the shaver too high. After that, I just pretty much again detailed the bottom part of my fade using my trimmers and then went over it again lightly with the clipper. I spend a lot of time detailing because that's where the fade really comes together. Now here's a quick beginner tip. When you're using your shaver, try either flicking out with it or just applying less pressure as you move up towards the fade. Doing this helps you get a softer transition and keeps you from creating too harsh of a line, one that's going to be tough to get rid of later. If you press too hard, it can also force you to push your fade up higher or take your bald area higher than you want. That's why it's important to always give yourself enough space between the bald area and your zero area so your fade doesn't end up sitting too high. This can vary, however, depending how you start your fade, whether you start with the bald area first or you start with the fade first. It'll also depend on how compressed or stretched you want your fade to look. Either way, just make sure you give yourself enough space or only bald where you really need to. Now to finish off the cut, I just cleaned up any longer hairs on the hairline and gave it a slight taper, nothing too crazy, just enough to make the lineup area more cleaner and easier to hit with the trimmer. My client doesn't like his lineup pushed too far back since it's happened to him before, and his left side is a little weaker, so I stay lower on that side to keep everything even and natural. And after that, I just pretty much detailed everything, double checked the top a bit. Went over it once more with the number 5 guard, and that pretty much wraps up the cut, guys. Please drop your questions down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm super close to hitting 100K, which has been a big goal of mine, and I'll be announcing a very big giveaway soon. I want to give back to you guys. I appreciate all of you for watching, all of you new people that came to my channel as well. I'm gonna keep dropping more videos. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.